Hello viewers, welcome to EduTube. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to find the highest common factor of a set of number. Highest common factor, which could also be called greatest common factor. So highest common factor could be shortened as HCF. Now to find highest common factor, we are going to use two methods, and as we have two examples here, we are going to use the first method to find the highest common factor of this first example, and then we are going to use the second method to find the highest common factor of the second example. So the first method is called factors list method. Now before we proceed on to using factors list method to find the HCF of 12 and 18, what's a factor? A factor is a number that can divide other number without a remainder. Again, a factor is a number that can divide other number without a remainder. So basically, we are going to list out factors of 12 and factors of 18 for example 1. So we are going to list out numbers that can divide 12 and 18, numbers that can divide 12 and 18 as their factor. Now we're starting with 12. So when you want to list out factors of number, it is advisable that you use your multiplication technique starting from 1. So we know that 1 times 12 will give me 12. So the next number after 1 is 2. Can 2 multiply any number to give me 12? Of course, 2 times 6 will give me 12. Because we want to list out factors of 12, so we start thinking of all numbers that could be multiplied to get 12 in sequence starting from 1. Then the next number after 2 is 3. Can 3 multiply any number to give us 12? Of course, 3 times 4 will give me 12. And then after 3 we have 4, which is opposite of this. So the moment I've gotten to this, that means that's the end. So there is no repetition. So the moment you get to a repeated level by writing 4 times 3, which is 12, we are now reversing because the next number will now be 6. So I'm going to cross out this. So all the numbers here, which could be multiplied together to get 12, are factors of 12. So I will list them out starting from 1. So 1 is a factor of 12. 2 is a factor of 12. And then 3 is a factor of 12. Then after 3, I have 4. 4 is a factor of 12. And then after 4, I have 6. 6 is a factor of 12. And after 6, I have 12 itself. 12 itself is a factor of 12. Now, a quick fact. Every number is the greatest factor of itself. So the greatest factor of 12 is 12 itself. Now, let's list out the factors of 18. So with the same method, we are starting with 1 because 1 times 18 is 18. Now, let's list that one here. So I have 1 times 18 will give me 18. Then 2. Can 2 multiply any number to give me 18? So of course, 2 times 9 will give me 18. What about 3? 3 times 6 will give me 18. What about 4? 4 times no number can give me 18 because I know that 4 times 4 is 16 and 4 times 5 is 20. What about 6 itself? 6 times 3, 18. So that means we are now repeating this set of number because after 6, the next number will now be 9, and after 9, the next number will now be 18. So these are factors of 18. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18 itself. So I will list them out. 1, 2, and then 3, and then 6, and then 9, and then 18. So these are factors of 18. These are numbers that can divide 18 without a remainder. Now that we've listed out the factors of 12 and 18, so the next thing now is to find the common factor, which is called CF. The common factors of 12 and 18. So the common factors of 12 and 18 is 1, and then we have 2. So I'm going to write 1, 2, and then I have 3, and then I have 6, and that is all. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 6. Now for all these common factors, we are looking for highest common factor. Don't forget, that is our goal for the lesson. We want to find highest common factor, which is HCF. So the highest common factor among these common factors, these are the common factors of 12 and 18. 1, 2, 3, and 6. So the highest among them is 6. So our HCF is 6. So the highest common factor of 12 and 18 is 6 using factors list method. Now the second method, which is called prime factorization method. So we are using the prime factorization method to find the HCF of 12, 18, and 24. So to use prime factorization method to find factors of 12, 18, and 24, we are just going to rule a line. And then I'm going to have 12 and 18 and then 24. Now, because this is an HCF, highest common factor, so we have to think of a common factor, a common prime factor that can divide the three numbers all at the same time, because it's a prime factorization. So we must think of a prime number or a prime factor that can divide the three numbers all at the same time, with emphasis on the word all at the same time, unlike the LCM. So the factors must be able to divide the three numbers all at the same time. So of course, let's start with 2. 2 is the most popular prime number we can always start from. So 2. So we'll ask, can 2 divide 12? Of course, yes, because 2 times 6 is 12. Can 2 divide 18? Yes, because 2 times 9 is 18. Can 2 divide 24? Yes, because 2 times 12 is 24. So 2 is a prime factor that can divide the three numbers all at the same time. So 2 in 12, that will give me 6. And then 2 in 18, that will give me 9. And then 2 in 24, that will give me 12. Now we have another set of numbers, which is 6, 9, and 12. So I will ask again, what is the prime factor that can divide 6, 9, and 12 all at the same time, with emphasis on all at the same time? 2 can divide 6, but it cannot divide 9. 2 can divide 12. So since 2 cannot divide 9, so that means 2 is not their common factor that can divide all of them at the same time. So after 2, the next prime number is 3. So let's consider 3. 3 can divide 6 because 3 times 3 is 6. 3 can divide 9 because 3 times 3 is 9. 3 can divide 12 because 3 times 4 is 12. So 3 can divide the three numbers all at the same time. So 3 in 6, we will have 2. And then 3 in 9, we will have 3. And then 3 in 12, we will have 4. So now we have 2, 3, 4. Now let's look. Certainly you yourself will find out that 2, 3, 4 has no common factor that can divide all of them at the same time. So because 2 can divide 2, 2 can divide 4, but cannot divide 3. So meaning that 2 and 3 and 4 has no common prime factor that can divide all of them at the same time. And because we are looking for HCF, highest common factor, so we'll stop there at this juncture. So 2, 3, 4 is our stop for the number. So our prime factor is 2 and 3. So we'll write them out. 2 times 3, and that will give me what? 6. So 6 is the highest common factor of 12, 18, and 24 using the prime factorization method. So that is the end about finding HCF using prime factorization method and then using the factors list method. Thank you for watching. If you are new to this channel, please kindly click on the subscription button below this video to get notified of more academic lessons like this. And if you are a returning subscriber, we say a big thank you for your love and support always. See you in the next lesson.